And the child grew. Well, you want to keep on that?
Yeah, just keep going. That's the end of the chapter.
That's it. You hold it?
It was real cool. I just kind of see the kind of going so I was just holding on to it.
Go ahead. Yeah,
This is Ecclesiastes 10:7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
I'm trying to get that out all day.
Script.
Yeah, read again.
It says, I have seen servants upon horses,
Yeah.
and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Yep.
Right.
God, that show you how the earth is flipped, you know? The servants upon horses, like, that's Edomites, you know? And horses is power.
Position of power.
God, it's a position of power, you know? And that show you the state we in as Israelites, you know? We gotta take the loafer now to get the kingdom. You know, the curse is upon us, but you know, soon this position will be flipped. You know, Deuteronomy 30:7 said the curse is gonna fall upon Esau, you know?
That's right.
Hey, what's that nigga doing up on that nine?
God.
Oh, yeah. I always had to think.
Boss, what's that nigga doing on that nine? And that's how y'all look at us, because we're standing as lowly men, but we're still up in a higher position and y'all don't like it. And that was our own people. That's why the 2/3 look at us like that. You know, they don't like the position of authority that we take with them. Because we reprove their deeds and we're shining a light onto them, proving that their deeds were wicked.
That's right.
What you have, bro?
2nd Ezra 6 and 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
Man, we should have read that for them damn heathens.
Right.
Right.
And hey, that's the example of peasants sitting on horses.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
while you know the princes are sitting in a low place right now.
Yep. Hey, because we can't do nothing about it right now.
Right.
You know, so we just gotta eat it.
We just gotta take it.
You know what I'm saying? But that's all right, because the time is gonna come where we gonna get to put our hands on these devils. You know.
That's right.
You know, especially when the kingdom is established, man. You know, that's when we gonna get these devils when that time comes. And all the nations. That's why, see, the Lord do these things, because sometimes brothers might forget that about the Hamites and the Moabites and the Ishmaelites and the Ammonites. So the Lord make things happen and say, look, you damn Hamites, you going into slavery too. You damn Ishmaelites, you going down too. You know, you other heathens, you Japhites, you are going down too. You know? Because the Lord don't forget.
Right. Because we don't have you on the sign to put us in slavery, don't mean you didn't have us in slavery and oppress us.
Or don't mean you didn't take part in it.
Right.
You know?
Hey, because you gooks are oppressing us in these corner stores right now. You know, with all the cigarettes and the alcohol. Because think, don't beer be the coldest? When you go to the malt liquor be the coldest, they just have it all.
Malt
cigarettes be all, you know,
Got
having the
icicles
store
hanging
set
off
up
the
with all the
bottom.
things that destroy you.
Cold as bed.
Weed, the nicest weed, so on and so forth. Nasty ass food you service.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, the Most High sees that. You knowingly serve cat and dog and rat and whatever else, but tell us it's chicken, knowing we love chicken.
Yeah. Cat, rat, and dog in the bun.
I ain't seen chicken cut in a ribbon form like that before. You special with the knife? That ain't chicken. But we believe that. The Jake wanna believe that simplicity.
Bite into the meat and it ain't even white meat.
Moab. Yep.
You know? Yeah, gooks,
That's
yeah.
funny, a bunch of Moabites walk by.
Moab, yep.
Hey, everything, man. Starfish, octopus,
You won't eat it.
jellyfish.
Yep.
God.
Mikey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll stir fry some electric eel, man.
That's the and stir fried balls.
Yeah, this brother put a good precept on it. Let me read this real quick. This is GMS Yerah. It says, I have Jeremiah 1:10. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant. You know, and the Lord also said He made us prophets unto the nations, because we got to give them their judgment of what's coming too.
Just
You know?
gave them there. How much they pay?
Yeah.
them Hamites,
And you got to remember, this is happening all over the world. Because brothers that speaking, they have all different type of heathens coming against him, and you even have Jakes coming against us.
Right.
So everybody got to get the verbal warning first before the Lord drops a hammer on your ass.
That's fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
The kingdom shall be preached throughout all nations, and then the end shall come.
That's right.
And then, once it come to pass, then shall you know a prophet have been among you.
Right, right.
And you know what else too that I noticed? Unlike when before the internet, this devil had the whole world sold up with his doctrine and philosophies, and it took a long time. The time that it took, but because of this unicorn, this word is being spread at an enormous rate. It's being spread so fast, we know the end coming.
Yeah.
We know it's coming.
But when you got, niggas like Kodak Black claiming he's a Levite, you know what I'm saying, wearing the little so-called, Star of David or whatever, that's how you know, man.
This word is spreading
This word
fast.
is getting out there,
Right.
man.
And that's why it's not gonna be no excuse. Because
Oh, yeah.
everybody is either gonna run into a Great Millstone video, or everybody is gonna get walk past the camp.
What is that?
Salak, his brother Kabar Yakal said Moab would eat Leviathan if they could.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they probably chop them up in portions and throw them in some grease and shit. You know, and eat them, and stir fry them and eat them with some
Kung Pao sauce on it,
some
yeah.
Kung Pao sauce, some soy sauce, and eat them up with some chopsticks.
And some bok choy.
Don't get it
Yeah,
twisted.
yeah.
Don't get twisted. They don't even have to cook them.
Right, right. And they eat
They
raw.
will go ahead and sushi them up. Eat them
And they'll
raw.
call them Leviathan.
They'll sushi them up.
What's up,
man.
Leviathan?
Some rice and some soy sauce.
Yeah, throw some
Done.
soy sauce on that
Throw some
motherfucker.
soy sauce.
They done.
Oh man.
Sweet and sour sauce.
Thank goodness the Lord ain't let them get a hold of that.
Slice it
Leviathan.
thin.
Yeah.
That's so.
Yeah, them gooks say they vile as hell too,
Bro,
man.
they so. Have y'all watched the Bizarre Foods?
I seen it.
Oh, I see portions of
They
that.
have
yeah.
like a fish that can only be found in one part of the river, and then they gotta bury the fish for like 5 years, and then they gotta
Once it's
grab
fermented,
it,
yeah.
then they gotta dig it up, then they gotta cook it for like some hours, and then they can eat it.
There's a fish that's poisonous except one sliver in it, and they'll cut. If you eat any a drop of the poison, you're gone.
Correct.
But they'll cut all around and eat that one piece of that's okay. That's not
Now,
poison.
what you think the Lord put that fish down there? He's doing something very important.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
he don't want you eating him.
Right. It's poison.
Right.
Right.
He's doing something very important. But they find a way, we gonna eat him too.
Oh,
Man, look, man, they gotta go.
That's why they gotta go into slavery.
All the trials.
Yeah.
Hey, these nations are ready for slavery,
They're
man.
ready.
You know, because if a hoe don't get no instruction, they heading for self-destruction.
That's these other nations.
They ready too.
I got any closing scriptures?
Nah, I don't have to do that.
You ready to be done on that? All right, well, with that, we're gonna close out. We're gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that taught us this word. Blessings and salutations to you, sincere Hakim, throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching this gospel, sincerity, and truth. All right, we're gonna shut out. We gonna, and with that, shalom.
Shalom.